It's TriPod, baby. My name is Ryan.
What up? My name is Jaaron.
Hello, my name's Powys. Welcome to TriPod. Cue the music.
Wow.
You probably know the theme song.
Yeah, I can hear it. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's loud and clear
Deep
over
in
here.
your consciousness.
Sick.
So what's up, guys?
Okay, I just want to get this off the table right now.
Here we go.
Jaar's Dating Academy.
What?
Fire episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy crap.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I gotta agree.
The crew
I absolutely loved it.
added stuff into the episode that I didn't know was going to be in there.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it. You should pause the pod and go watch that now if you haven't seen it
Ooh,
yet.
I like that strategy. Let's give them a sec. Go ahead. No, unlock, fingerprint scanner, face detect. Okay, now zip to YouTube. Listen, if you're one of those people that leaves your Spotify playing as you go and then it'll come back in, that'd be sick. So now, yeah, get your search bar up. Perfect. Type in TriPod. Wait. TriHards.
TriHards.
Ep4. I'm sure it'll be the first hit. I'm not sure because there's another like TriHards.
There's
something.
a couple TriHards on there I saw. One's like a weird gaming channel and one's like some weird memes. But
it's Dragon Ball themed, which means it's gangster.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The surprise.
TriHards Ep4, Jaar's Dating Academy, and it'll only take you 8 minutes. And come on back. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
hit it,
what an
Jaar.
8 minutes. What an 8 minutes that was.
Whoa.
That 8 minutes just
Amazing.
flew by. It really did.
We all watched it together.
The throwback to Ep Zero, which we didn't think was going to see the light of day.
Right.
Our original episode 1 that luckily got scrapped, but we got to salvage a lot of the best moments of that episode.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
Ryan
true.
and
That was-
Powys huff some compost and get intoxicated, supposedly.
Right.
And then Powys on the toilet.
Here I was
Powys on the
thinking,
toilet. I
wow.
was so happy to see that, man.
I shot my shot. I got naked, and it didn't make it into didn't make it into TriHards. I'm not upset about it.
It wasn't
And
in TriHards canon.
It wasn't in TriHards canon until it was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The TriHards extended universe.
Yeah, yeah. It gave so much context to the compost punchline.
Yeah,
at
dude,
the end,
they're really going in
like
on the
throughout.
TriHards extended universe recently, man. I heard that Karma from Jaaron's Dating Academy is getting a whole trilogy dedicated to her origin story. So that's pretty cool, man. Like that's
Disney
sick.
Plus spinoff.
Yeah,
Quick question,
Exactly. Yeah, it's a Disney Plus
alternate-
exclusive. Yeah, that's right.
It's an alternate timeline Karma because the timelines diverged.
I was gonna say which Karma.
That's true. Yeah. The first casualty.
The first casualty, unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
if you're listening to this.
These things happen. That's the business.
sorry.
That's the biz. That's
That's
showbiz, baby.
Yeah. Also wanted to say, watching it, like when we filmed the montages, I had so much fun filming those scenes.
Yeah.
And Ryan just killed it in this whole episode.
Show stealer.
man. Just like the facial expressions, like where you're going to stick your finger in the couch. And you're
So
like,
earnest.
Is this how I do it? And I was like, no, put your fucking hand in there. And then,
So earnest.
Yeah.
oh, dude, I popped the whole episode.
But it
That was a
was the
great
pop of the app. The pop of the app was the freaking letting your hair down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when
I
you're
like
just
that.
like,
I like that one a lot. Yeah.
Come on. And
Yeah,
it
that
was
was a good one.
great for me because I was in the shower ready to simp IRL while you guys were filming that scene. So that was like my first time seeing them basically. I didn't watch a rough cut. I just was just like bring it on.
Yeah.
Get some have some views left in the tank for when it actually freaking drops on YouTube because I've watched it a handful of times on YouTube.
Yeah, of
for
course,
sure.
of course. Same.
And yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised. Love the composition of the app. Makes total sense to bring in the episode 0.
Yeah. No,
Stuff.
it fit perfectly. I loved it.
It's like Compose with Pout. My buddy was like, dude, I love the I love the Family Guy flashback. I was like, word. Good structured app. Bing, bing, bing. And if you watched episode 5, it was these two. I haven't seen the final cut. I mean, yes, I have. It's out.
Yeah,
I
what?
watched it on YouTube.
Dude, episode 6 came out yesterday, so, you know.
But Jaar's Dating Academy was a lot of people giving some direct rave reviews.
Yeah.
Which is important.
Yeah.
It's important to please the masses.
Yeah, and it's just nice. Like, yeah, us talking about just before we started potting here that like from episode 4 on, like we love every episode. Obviously, they're all our children, but particularly from
Some
episode
children you
4
love more.
right through the end of the season, man, it's pure gas. It's they're all absolute fire episodes, the best ones. So
Some might say all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
some
You ever
might.
watch those videos?
No, I have not. I've heard of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, they're funny.
It's just like dunking on people though, isn't it? Like it's just like
Kind
ask a
of,
question to
kind
make
of.
someone look stupid.
Yeah, and like find like a good soundbite
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a guilty,
exactly.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Well,
right, sure. Whatever, man. Like it's I'm sure it's entertaining.
there is some dunking, but I think if you go into it thinking, okay, he's going in with a microphone into these very energetically loaded places like a Trump rally, for example. And people are going to be all state, fighting for their side and all this stuff. I know that not necessarily everyone's going to go in thinking that, and they're going to be like, oh my God, it's a Trumper. A Trumper's saying the stupid shit. But like some people he asks a question, like he'll put a microphone to the face and be like, why Trump? And then the guy will just start breaking into tears. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck
Yeah.
is like going on in the world that people are so moved? Maybe that's just the way I see it. Like, yeah, he's dunking for sure. I love the
definitely-
vids.
I mean,
Well, the
yeah, like
thing is,
I that's just like.
And there was-
basically
hold on,
my
there was
basic
one that he-
assessment. I haven't actually
was
seen
one-
them, so
There's one that he doesn't dunk when he goes. It's like when the rallies, the freaking Black Lives Matter stuff was going on,
Yeah.
and he goes to the rioters. That was just like, mwah, like ideal reporting. Just like, mic in your face, you tell your story, go ahead. Sure,
Yeah,
you can accentuate it with a few zooms and a few thises and a few that's. And maybe it's disrespectful to one of my favorite documentarians, Louis Theroux, to compare their styles.
Very
but-
different.
Louis Theroux he has something of a mini agenda, I think. I think
Every documentarian does.
he's
pretty
curious,
much, yeah.
but he asks questions and he lets them do the talking. He
Sure.
airs their long form rants, and of course, I'm not saying that the documentary is, unbiased by any stretch of the imagination, but he allows people to say their piece and paint their own picture. Louis Theroux's documentary on professional wrestling, wow, one of the best ones. Westboro Baptist Church, wow. Pornography, he did one on porn,
Yeah.
and then he did another one on porn like 10 years later. Holy shit. Those are some of my favorite docs for sure. I've seen, I
Dope.
think, all of them. Highly recommend if you're...
What are
BBC
they?
Louis
What are they
Theroux.
called? What are they called? I
think-
love me some docs here and there, man.
Yeah, Louis Theroux, LouisTheroux, excuse me, and then I think it's just like colon whatever the topic is, or like it's not like on wrestling, but it's just like wrestling. They don't have names, but his name is in every one, and I think
Nice.
they're 48-minuters or so.
Nice.
Powys
link.
highly recommends. Yeah.
Cool.
Docs are cool.
Docs are cool.
So is Try.
Fuck, dude,
Decent.
that ain't that the truth?
I started writing again.
Nice for season 2.
Yeah, well, like part of me was like unsure. I was like, I don't know if there's gonna be like more arcs for the
Right.
characters and stuff like that. So like I didn't know how to write it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna put these restrictions on myself. I'm just gonna write and see where it goes.
Got 100% agree. I just started writing a new one yesterday as well. I think like once we get writers room going for season 2, man, we're gonna have like just already a bunch of scripts to work with. It's gonna be sweet.
I think so too. Yeah, it's nice. I think coming up with some ideas for shorts as well. I think
Nice. Yeah, that's sick.
just throughout this whole process from beginning to end as they're releasing now, the part of
Yeah.
actually making them and having them come together is the part that was the most enjoyable for me. I think just the actual creative process.
Wait, you liked writing and acting more than going on Instagram and telling everybody to look at it and scroll
Yeah,
like
what?
scroll? What?
That's like that's the whole point, man. That's the payoff.
That's weird. You're weird, dude. I live for the likes.
Yeah, I mean...
Put those fire emojis under my video and watch me be completed.
That's the biz we've thrust ourselves into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that I'm trying to navigate personally right now, is like what that'll look like for me going forward in the creative process. If that means being present on social media, like what that will involve, or if that's something that, I don't know. It's something I'm trying to navigate, you know, because I think the validation thing is it's a tightrope for me to walk, where you like, I don't want to be out there like looking for it. It's nice to get validation, but I don't know if I want to be doing these things to get the validation, if you know what I'm saying. You know?
Right.
Like, it's nice to have it as a byproduct, but the thing that I'm realizing is that the actual creative process is the part that brings the most fulfillment.
It's the reward in and of itself, right?
Right.
I was telling Jaar about this pod I was listening to. Raghunath, I forget his name, on Rich Roll's pod.
Sure.
Raghunath Swami?
Is that what it is?
Raghunath Swami?
Is that what it was?
Probably.
My phone's too far away to check.
Was he Hare Krishna dude?
I don't know. He was a monk for fucking 6.5 years. And
White
monk.
dude?
He looked a bit tinted.
What kind
I
of
don't
monk?
think it was Raghunath. Anyway, so basically this guy was talking about how the monks he was with told him to stop being a monk because he had skills that were valuable to the non-monk world to share.
Right.
And their religious text...
He's just too sick.
He's just too sick.
He's just too sick. They're like, bro, you're too sick to be a monk. Like, go and do stuff.
Too nasty. What is it? The Bhagavad Gita? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like the Hare Krishna.
The Hare Krishna text, the Bhagavad Gita says, frickin' go share your gifts with the world.
Sure.
And then his mentor was a skilled guitarist, and he said, Raghunath's mentor said, yo, dude, I can't play guitar anymore. And he said, yo, this is against what you told me to do. You told me to pop out the sphere to share my gifts, and you have a gift and you're not sharing it, man. You're not serving. And he says, I had to ask myself, am I playing guitar to serve God, or am I playing guitar to be God? And that's like a spicy line of thought for me. I like to think with TriHards, I was going down the route of like, yo, I'm trying to raise awareness about put a funny spin on some of the shit that's plagued me in my life.
Sure.
Like, with, as much as I possibly can. And for those who've seen episode 5, a lot of that shit's based on a true story, dog. But, it's spicy to think, like, we embark on this thing for what purpose? To make people laugh, I guess, to spread joy, to show our worth, all these things, but it's sticky, man. It's a freaking wicked web to be in. So,
sure.
Validate. Like, I was looking at Jaar, there was a shuffle vid posted at Jaar today. I'm looking at this shit like, yo, am I going to get this many likes on my fucking rap vid
dude.
next
Jaaron
week?
shuffle vids pull the most fucking engagement, likes, everything out of anything we do, man. Like, it's
This shit was 30 seconds long.
Yeah, no, I got the same thing, man. I'm like, fucking, Jaaron just pulls these mad numbers on this shit. And like, meanwhile, the latest episode is like half the engagement. But I mean, you know what? We take what we can get. So, we're happy to have it.
Guy's a superstar.
Yeah.
We're here faking, shooting this shit on his phone, getting fucking double-digit comments. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's all good. It's eyes in the same place at the end of the day, right? So,
Valid. But yeah, just like, obviously, that's perhaps the weakest emotion, if we want to chalk that up to like jealousy or comparison.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whatever. It's the weakest. It's like, why the fuck? It doesn't matter.
It's envy,
It's like,
I'd say it's one of the strongest.
but like I'm weakest.
Right, yeah, like it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like not like weak, like oh, like I'm lightly jealous, like whatever.
Yeah,
like it's very scary and all that, but it's when I just do like a small amount of, I guess you call it spiritual practices. If we're gonna get into the 4 agreements, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the pod before.
Maybe not.
not yet this episode. You're behind, man. We're a little far into the app.
First one's be impeccable with your word. If I exercised a little bit of that, I probably would have not had those thoughts.
Sure.
If I thought like, yo, dude, I make the best possible rhymes I can that cathartically address my most pressing issues in my life, the craziest issues that I find in the world, and try to do it in a lighthearted way, and I love what I do. All due respect to Jaar for fucking racking bitches on these shuffle vids. But yeah, I missed out on the first for that one, but I'm here now. So next Thursday, watch your back, Minhas.
Sure.
I'm coming for the crown.
Ooh, the boys are feuding. Thursdays is the Powys and Jaaron feud day on the TriHards Instagram page.
I'm getting some inorganic likes, and I'm gonna call in some favors.
Gonna like buy bots.
Yo,
what's this purchase for $5 on your bank statement, dude?
Oh, Fahad, are you watching, Fahad?
Oh my god,
my old Fiverr homie, dude. There's so many like scammies. You get mad scams to gas your numbers, but
I mean that stuff's all like. Yeah, it's all fake in the first place, though. Any of those kinds of things, right? Because like, and so like, I was reading a little bit about this recently, and so like, when you do that, like when you get like the bot accounts and shit to all like your stuff, it actually just tanks you anyway because there's no engagement that comes along with it, and so like you end up screwing yourself because instead of having like fewer but organic, followers, likes, whatever, those are worth way more. So
when we first made the TriHards account, Instagram wouldn't let me follow more than 100 people a day.
Right.
Until there was more engagement on the posts. Where it was like, oh yeah, you can't follow this many people for a new account. I was like, what the fuck? I just want to do this and then kind of not do this.
We'll stop us from spamming, right?
Yeah, right. But it
sounds crazy.
I guess it's nice to know that there's some kind of measures like that.
I guess, yeah.
That the dudes on Fiverr just know how to absolutely butterfly around them.
Oh
yeah, for sure.
That's always how it's going to be, right? And then they're just going to keep pivoting until they can find a new loophole or a new little crack.
It's a fight.
But
all due respect, there's nothing like the reality. You cannot fake the funk.
Can't
Anybody
do it.
Funky knows it.
I don't even want to see you try because you can't do it.
At the end of the day, if someone of some power comes across your thing, they see the comments, okay, that might move them. They see the number, okay, yeah, numbers, whatever.
Yeah.
But they have to actually like what's on the freaking screen. And we're putting our heart and souls into it. How could you not be pleased?
Oh, yeah. In the quality department, we got no issue, I don't think, man. Like
down to the chiptune dancing at the end.
Dude, yeah. I still love that shit.
How they got Powys' arm so well. Or how they got Jaar's shoulder thing. I don't know where they would have got it from.
Ryan, are you wearing undies in it?
Shorts, I think.
Am I wearing undies?
From one of the intros.
Yeah. The current intro, I think. The one that was on the last couple. Or just the one? Right. I don't know, man. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah.
Zach asked me, did you actually hit Jaar in the nuts on that?
Yes. Yes, he did. My dick was leaking for like 2 minutes after.
I was like, my freestyle was tanking. I needed to save it.
Oh, dude, it was one of those ones where you hit both balls and the dick, and they like go up into your body for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Not fun. I hadn't been sacked like that in a long time.
True.
At one point in high school, a fucking strong gust of wind would go by and fucking put me down.
Right?
It was just like, I don't know what it was. I would get hit in PE class. Powys would just tap me for fun and just like shit like that.
So sensitive.
If there's a day where I can't have children, I'll know why. I'll fucking kidnap Powys' child and take it as my own.
No, Sanskrit baby. But yeah,
it all comes from Sanskrit, man.
That just ends like that. Just guys just don't punch each other in the nuts anymore. I guess we don't like.
Yeah,
that's as it should be. It's really not good for you.
But like, you know, come on.
Yeah, like what happened to us, man? We used to punch each other in the nuts all the time.
You know what happened? You know
I don't like the men we've turned into.
The reason I'm on about this is I had a dream the other night. That I was attacked by a dog, and the dog bit down on my ball sack super hard, and I could like feel it in the dream, like the horror, the pain, like no, get the dog to shoo off me, and I'm like not back and forth, but not lucid, but really living the dream. I didn't write the dream down. So I don't remember why the dog was coming to me or what the fuck. I don't remember what the fuck I was wearing. I had my balls out. I don't even know if they were out or in fucking clothing, but I know that a dog ran up to me and bit me in the sack 3 times.
3 times in the sack?
Yes. Get off, return, get off, return, get off, return. And
don't check the cameras.
Some Cujo shit.
It's horrible, but... in the same way that if you have to pee for a long time and then you get to pee, that relief is priceless.
Yeah.
That's what I felt waking up.
Okay.
Sounds like blue balls.
And to take that to another level, if you want to talk about Ayurveda versus doctor fights.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Ayurveda is like natural kind of like holistic healing.
Oh, right.
Like... herbal medicine and shit like
so
that.
Powys has had a lot of earwax build up lately.
Okay.
Gross.
I don't know.
You're human.
It's true. Kind of been historical, and I read actually someone told me way back in the day they had like a really fancy spray gun that they sprayed in their ear and then it just like expelled their earwax.
Okay.
But it was oil that they sprayed into their ear. Oil.
Okay.
Like a weird oil. But I read online that, yeah, heat up some fucking olive oil, put it in your ear, lay on your side for 10 minutes, and you're going to get rid of your earwax.
Man, what if the oil's like too hot though and you pour it in your ear? How the fuck are you going to get the oil out while it's hot?
Well, you test it on your outer limactic ridge.
I guess. I'd be terrified.
Of your ear.
I would too.
And you get a freaking roomie to help you. I said, yo, Jaar, hook me up.
Hilarious, man.
I was like, Jaar, do me a fave quick.
Well, he tried to do it first. I don't think he put it in enough.
No.
And he's like, no, you got to put 6 droppers of this shit in. So I fucking go to town with the dropper. I did about 6, but they were hefty drops.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that feels way different than what I did it.
And then lift up, and lo and behold, not really any wax came out.
Right.
But I woke up the next morning and fucking shake my head, and a fucking like thick fingernails worth of wax comes out of my ear, and I'm like, yo, what? Start to take old Pinky Nalo in there and start to dig a bit, and I'm pulling fucking candles out of my fucking
That's
ear,
fucking
dude.
disgusting.
Like shrump, like nails black, expel, go in, nails black, expel, nails black. I hope you guys aren't eating listening to this. Sorry, you have to disclaim. Did it again the next night. Dude, my ear is fly like an eagle. And the best part is, like, to bring it back, I have that I just peed feeling in my ear. For hours.
Sounds more
right
like
now.
you just shit out of your ear, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, if I were to tell you the amount of wax that came out, I don't really think anyone would believe it.
Right.
It's not like a cup full. Like, it's still a realistic human amount. But if you think, if Q-tips were effective, which in my experience they aren't, and they probably aren't.
If you use them before it becomes a fucking issue,
I think you think it stuffs the fucking shit down like a plunger.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put it like in your ear.
You're not supposed to go ear. Like go like near the surface. Or
Anyway,
don't go deep.
I would say if you put a Q-tip in your ear and pulled it out, and there was like a thin layer of wax around the entire thing, it was dark. Okay. I would say at least 20 Q-tips, both sides, like one full Q-tip, both sides.
How did this happen?
I have no fucking
like, could you
clue.
hear?
Don't clean your ears for 2 years.
I have no fucking clue. I don't know. But my ears are crispy, high def, Dolby surround.
He couldn't hear me sneak up on him. I was literally standing next to him. And he couldn't hear me out of that ear.
Cheap shot.
I didn't know. I was breathing so heavily. I had my headphones and I'm like, I bet you I'm breathing really loud right now. He can hear me. And nothing.
It's like when one of your headphones dies, but like actually it's just the side of your head. You can't fucking hear it. It's fucked. But now I'm good. Now I'm back.
I've had similar moments like that with my ears popping and then they don't pop again for like 2 days.
Right.
And I don't even realize. I just get like accustomed to it. And I was like, holy shit. It's like I can hear in high def again.
Right, yeah.
It's beautiful, man. It's like
gain appreciation for your...
That time in the mud is what makes the time in the sun that fucking nice. I know what you're saying, pal. Why do you say that? What makes you think that?
Because he was literally in the mud in his ear.
Ear mud. Bud mud.
Okay, so, well, are those mutually exclusive things, being in the mud and being in the sun? I feel like you can absolutely be doing both.
No, they're in fact, you should aim to be in the sun when you're in the mud. And you should aim to find the sun when you're in the mud, even if it's behind the clouds. I personally think. Don't want to risk spiritual bypassing, which I'll admit I've been guilty of in the past, Jaar.
Well,
I have no idea what you're saying.
I told Powys to read this book, and then Powys had some realizations about himself, and now he's blaming me.
The thing is, so 4 agreements are fire, don't get it twisted. However, in this book I've read, since reading the 4 agreements, it talks about like basically sugarcoating everything with your spiritual beliefs and not like allowing shit to be crazy.
Okay.
Now,
I mean, that's
what does that mean? Can you contextualize that for me?
You have negative stuff going on in your life, and so you are overly positive and are denying the negative.
Because this is my destiny.
That's a bad response, you're saying then.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Having negative emotions is bad, so I'm going to ignore them and just
right, exactly. Yeah. Can't be sad if I don't acknowledge that I'm sad.
Yeah. Like, this person's abusive, but I'm getting stronger. I'm learning.
Right, sure.
I'm, which is kind of fucked because I'm still kind of teetering that line because, like, I don't know. I face the demons, I'm facing my shadow, whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's called spiritual bypassing when you throw over spirit. I kind of got to the threshold when I read this book, Ultimate Journey by Robert Monroe. I've mentioned it on the pod in the past.
Have you?
Probably.
You have, yeah.
Where Buddy basically uses his hemisync sound technology to get himself in a level of meditative half-sleep focus where he can astral travel to the spot in the universe where dead souls are kept.
Nice.
And reading that made me think like, one of my homies dies, I'll just do the fucking work and do this hemisync and go visit them at Focus 27. Like,
just fucking ascend to your planar form, man.
Not even sad.
Then the spiritual bypassing line of thinking will say that you're avoiding death and facing the reality of death by trying to bypass it.
But I'm still like pretty cool with that.
I'd agree with that. I think that makes a lot of sense.
And I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying that like it's pretty common in New Age spirituality where people will ignore glaring issues because it's seen as not spiritual to be angry.
Dude, not even just like New Age stuff, man. Like that's baked into like religion since the dawn of time, True.
I think it's misinterpretation
of
a lot of teaching for a lot of people, because at the root of it is, you got to accept everything for what it is because it's all part of it. Ignoring any part of it is ignoring part of reality. I think that's more where the danger comes in, where it's like, it's like, no bad vibes.
Yeah, exactly. No bad days. Like,
inside you feel angry and you're judgmental and resentful of a person, but you can't have bad vibes.
Yeah.
So no bad vibes, but it's like, it's that shadow shit we were talking about.
Because it's different for people like us who are in privileged positions.
Yes.
And like in the book, they say something like, a woman who, has a child by way of rape can't simply increase her quality of life by repeating a bunch of affirmations every day.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
Type thing. Which I read that and felt a bit offended, I'll be frank. I'll be frank, because that's not my privileged reality is my life quality hinges greatly on my affirmations.
Sure. I think those kinds of things are important. But
I don't think I've ever done an affirmation.
If you don't get to the root of your shit, you're going to keep living in the same cycle. It's going to be like Groundhog Day. You know? It's the same stuff, you know? Something like that situation, if you don't get some kind of help to deal with the root of the problem of what's caught, you're going to be living in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
For example, I was at work the other day and my friend, it was a beautiful day and I'm inside the studio and my role would keep me inside the studio for all of the day with the exception of a lunch break. I suppose I could ask my boss and non-boss superior, hey, you want to switch with me for a bit so I can get some fresh air? And they probably would have said yes. But, you know, sometimes you got to know your role and pay your dues. But, you know, I guess I could have asked. It's not like I was locked in there. I wasn't fucking chained in there. But my friend asked me, how's the day going? I said, yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it's really fucking nice outside. We just did 2 days on location where I got to be outside by the freaking mountains in the sun. It was really great. And I was like, you know what? Instead of saying that, I'm going to say I get to work with 2 people that really freaking care about me, that are super professional, trying to freaking help me get where I want to go and care about my goals and care about my shit. So that's what I'm going to say. And my friend was like, cool. Shortly after that, one of my non-boss superiors came in, Irie, and said, hey, Powys, haven't spoken to the boss yet, but we might have an extra cake from the props department. They did a cake gimmick and they had too many and they gave us a couple and we'll only be able to use 2. So if you want to take one to your girls for their soccer wind-up, you're more than welcome to take it.
Nice.
And I was like, I wonder if I would have fucking noticed that or been giving off the vibe to make her want to tell me that had I not said that shit, instead of being like, here I am in this fucking stage handing people food, what the fuck? And, you know, I was saved by some affirming at that moment. I felt. Right. And then it was just like, see, I told my friend, like, see, I told you my fucking people I work with are sick, and they're sick. You know? So it's sketchy, like finding the good in people in your life that might not be great for you. I'm not saying that they're bad people, but maybe your styles don't mesh. Maybe you have different goals. Maybe you're trying to rise and make a fucking movie and they're trying to fucking, you know, have team let's watch porno nights.
Those are different goals. Yeah. Trying to make a movie or trying to get the homies together to watch some porn. I mean,
finding the oval on that Venn diagram might be a bit more difficult than, you know, someone that you're.
Well, in that case, you make a porn together. You make a porn movie, right? And then that's best for everybody in that situation. I mean, you guys want to hire me to be a mediator? Hit me up.
Joking aside, that's a very realistic ending for those 2 people if they decide to stick in the same realm.
Sure.
You know, they will grow together like vines around a USB cable.
Vines around a USB cable, yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, it's actually, we should take this time to, everybody listening, check your USB cables for Vine buildup now and get rid of that. You're going to start to lose data transferability on the cable if you let too many vines get on there.
Blackberries are everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with affirmations, but
no, yeah, sure, whatever, man. If it works for you,
you can't affirmation your way out of everything.
Right.
That's all I'm saying, and that's the root of spiritual bypassing. You can't affirmation yourself out of everything.
Challenge accepted.
Sure. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, you can't stick to one fucking thing. Like, one thing is not going to be miraculous.
Sure.
You got to stick and move and try a bunch of different techniques to solve problems, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know everything.
All I know is that the root of this stuff is facing yourself deep down. All of the deep, dark shit, you face it. That's how you move forward. Even for people that have gone through those fucked up situations, they're able to gain freedom by facing it.
Right.
Yeah.
As easy as that is for somebody to say from the outside, the day where those people are able to face it, and if you no longer identify yourself as a victim, yes, you may have been victimized by somebody, but as long as you hold on to that identity that this thing happened and I was victimized, you're never going to be free.
Huge.
You know, that's just sense. The way I see it anyway. It's not to deny the reality of those things being fucked up and all of those things, but that's the path to freedom, is no longer identifying yourself as a victim of any circumstances. You can acknowledge that you fucked up things happen.
That's why I identify myself as an abuser at all times, baby.
What?
I take, and I'm going to throw you to the side of the road when I'm done. All right? Shit. Try and victimize that. I bet you can.
Hey. Honestly, whatever keeps you sane, bro.
I mean, yeah, shit. That's that's another layer. Like takes it and then flips it on its head. They're like, I will not be this. I will become something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's absolutely a thing that happens too, right? Like I'm making a joke there, obviously. I mean, some of the pod listeners might not know me well enough to know that is a joke.
Freud.
But yeah, I mean,
Freud line one.
Cycle of abuse.
Freud line one.
Oh my god.
Why did he make that joke, Freud?
Right. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Let's get to the bottom of it.
Holy shit.
Okay. Spicy.
If Freud's so smart, why is he dead?
It's true. Should have figured it out, dumbass.
Shrek killed him.
Fuck.
What?
Anyway, you were saying, Jaar?
No, I was just fucking high on these sunny ass days lately. Bit of a segue here.
Yeah, dude, it's been nice. God. It's nice,
man.
Mild weather. Ooh, it's good stuff. It's windows down weather.
Out, but it's sunny. Ooh, can sit outside and maybe we'll get away with a hoodie.
Dude, speaking of sitting outside, have you guys heard the recent updates today that very soon we're going to be able to have up to 10-person gatherings outside here in BC?
Bonald Henry. She's just coming through.
I never heard that until now.
Yeah,
I think they just released it today, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Crazy.
So we can go outside and Dutch rudder each other as long as we're wearing gloves
Absolutely,
and masks.
Yeah. How soon?
Like,
very soon. I don't remember what day it was. Here, let me look it up real quick.
Because my wind-up's this weekend, bro. I'm trying to see if I'm breaking the rules or not.
Well, it's got to be 10 or less.
Well, I don't know how many people are going to show up.
Yeah, 10 or less people. The new order goes into effect immediately.
October the Nerds.
Yeah, right now, dude.
Sick.
Fuck, what are the homies doing, dude? You guys want to go sit in a park in the dark right now? Like...
Outdoor TriHards filming only?
Let's do
outdoor apps? Yeah.
TriPod after dark.
Zach was telling me today, like, he saw this meme that said something like, nobody believes in the seasonal affective disorder until it gets sunny, and it's like a fucking Papa Molly, I'm sunny.
Exactly, yeah.
Dude, I was actually just thinking about that. A friend sent me a post that said that.
Yeah, it's like running with leg weights, you know, right? Like you get used to that shit and then it comes off and you're like, oh wait. Like that shit was tough.
Yeah. It's true though.
Is that why everyone's spicy in England?
You walk out there, that's probably part of it. It's always raining there.
Yeah,
it's always gray. It's like Vancouver weather, but worse. It's like colder somehow.
Yeah.
And it's like colder in the winter.
It's just bleak.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
Today was one of the nicest days of the year.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah. It was like nature's Molly. Not that I know what Molly is like or anything. I never did it a lot. What? It's like that straight euphoria. I'm like, wait, what?
But yeah, biking weather, it's ideal because you can, like, it's not so steaming that you sweat.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hot enough that, like, I mean, there were some times last summer biking where I was in a fucking beater and shorts that I was like, I don't believe this.
Yeah.
I don't believe that I'm able to do this. I don't know if you guys know this. Powys is a twig. I need clothing to be warm.
I think that's pretty common.
Like,
pretty common.
It's not a flex to say my body fat percentage is less than 5%. And
I honestly believe that.
It's a fact. I mean, I don't think I've changed since I got it measured last fucking 7 years ago.
Crazy.
But yeah, so to be able to rock a couple Under Armours today, like barely crack a sweat doing a crazy ride. Where'd you go, Powys? I went to Horseshoe Bay today and back, son.
Nice.
Casual, 82.
That's pretty hefty, man.
82.
Do you just like ride along the highway for that ride, or?
English speakers.
No, dude. You take some fucking beautiful paths.
I was gonna say, I hope so.
It's like we used to get to like Stanley Park through going downtown. Yuck. We take Ontario, rock Stanley for most of the way, and then it spits you out onto the Lionsgate Bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the hardest part of getting a Horseshoe is this like part before the Lionsgate Bridge where you have to like climb a total inconspicuous hill. Doesn't even look like it's a fucking hill.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it's just slow and you're burning. So you actually face Prospect Point. You do the Prospect Point hill. It's like a steep climb, but then you're spat out onto the and then you take Marine Drive in North Van, West Van for past Ambleside Park for about 25 kilometers, and it's up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, all you do is bike, bike, bike. And it's funny because, you know, it's up and down and it's the same elevation if you go there, if you come back. However, coming back is way easier.
Right.
For some reason. I guess it's like maybe going there, you're going up, down, like on the uphill, and coming back, you're going up, down on the downhill.
Something like that, yeah.
And you can capture your momentum. I don't know. But the biking culture of doing Horseshoe is when you're going to the bay, people that are coming back, like, kind of give you a little bit of, like, motivation. Right. Like, go get it, bro. Like, you got this, bro. Like, fucking right. Like, kind of, every now and then.
Yeah.
And that just goes to prove that it's easier to come back because you're not like, yeah, you too, buddy. You do your best on the up downs. It's like, no, you do a couple steepies and you come back. And yeah, I went from 0 to that, which was fun, but
yeah, that's pretty impressive, honestly. Just jumping right to that. That's sick, man.
Well, you said it, not me. But yeah, it's good way to use my day off. Had the day off today from the movies. And just take the day and choke it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just, what does Sheryl Crow say?
Choke the day.
I want to soak up the sun.
She does. She does want to do
Sheryl?
that.
That was not Sheryl.
Yeah.
Really?
That's Sheryl Crow, yeah.
Was it? Shit.
Are you thinking of Shania Twain? Dee 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 dee. Let's go, girls.
Crow, yeah.
Okay.
MCA, he says.
Yeah.
On that line.
Sometimes I got one line.
On that line. Happy birthday.
Careful.
To you.
Yeah, dude, that's like the worst one.
Canceled.
But they just legalized it apparently.
Did they?
What, legal?
Happy birthday. Look it up right quick because we might be getting fired.
I wonder who's the one who
the most litigious piece of music ever dropped is the Happy Birthday song. You aren't allowed to sing it. You aren't allowed to fart it without Inc. Incorporated coming to your door and telling you that every piece of media you have done before, after, or during the singing belongs to them. All likenesses of every character.
It's public domain.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow, we've come a long way on TriPod.
Apparently it's been like this for a while.
All right, dude.
And
Jesus.
Super loud.
Yeah.
Let's see how his mic works. Funky's come back.
Apparently it's open, man.
What?
Apparently, yeah.
What?
I mean, I don't know if it's a place you want to be.
What do you mean apparently? Look it up.
I heard. Oh my god, dude!
Would you be so kind?
Dude, this pod is half fucking keystrokes from my keyboard.
Because if this pod is the pod, yo, I don't know if you guys had dreams of a second pod. I'm about to call an Uber to take me to freaking 14 Hastings. Give me the news I want to hear.
Funky Winker Beans is closed for.
Yeah,
don't
open,
say
man.
that.
It's. I don't know. I don't know if they're doing.
They're probably
Well, they're not serving food.
I don't know. Their site still says they're closed. Google says they're open. I don't know if they just haven't updated their fucking thing or something.
I'm like jittery right now.
Singing's probably also
maybe
not
I
a
just
great shout.
fucking screwed you,
Indoors,
dude.
spitting your spit at everybody.
Yeah.
Probably not on right now.
Maybe it's mask on only.
Maybe.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
would go
Maybe
there
I
with
just
a
gave
mask
you some
on.
bad info. I don't know.
Oh, now I'm teased.
Yeah, that's pretty rough of me. My bad. I don't know. Google says it's open. I just can't see anything else that says it's open.
Like Google, as in like Google Maps?
Yeah, like it says open, but they just might
Okay,
not
'cause
have
I
updated that or whatever.
Well, I definitely looked at it like not long ago and it said temporarily closed.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the fact that there's a change in that is definitely making my hair stand and making me think, boys, this weekend.
Well, I mean, like, it might be open, but like that doesn't mean that we should go to the fucking bar and COVID the shit up, right? Like, tons of stuff's open that we probably still shouldn't do.
Listen, I go to Walmart. There's 135 people in there.
Right, but why does that mean you should also go to Funky Winker Beans?
That's fair.
You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, dude. Walmart kind of has to be open. Oh, dude, it's gonna have. There will be time when it's safe.
We're so close.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know exactly. This is
we're
fucking
so close to the
home
finish
stretch,
line.
man.
You think so?
Until COVID-21 comes in.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Fuck.
that's it. No, dude.
I mean,
we're on the way out, man. Like stuff's just gonna keep going down now as we vaccinate harder and harder, right?
Yeah.
So
If Bonnie's relaxing, I hope my freaking team gets to play games in spring soccer, man. I want that for them
that could be dope.
because they're like, oh, I think Buddy might make us play
They're talking
games.
about
I'm like,
sports.
chill.
Oh, dude. So on this Funky Winker
Sports
Beans
and
on the little
religious
blurb
gatherings.
here, it's got you visited in March 2020. You know, rest in peace, baby. Rest in peace. I'll be back again.
Really, like right at the death.
Well, what today?
Bro, it's got like all the
Oh, we can't
times.
say.
It's got so many times that I went. List like I guess it was just like I had on my phone or whatever. There's a lot of days on there.
I definitely need to check that shit out.
Shit, when you and Byron were living like
Yeah, exactly. We were living around the corner, man. We went
one
all
of
the
the
even just
spots.
like me and him would go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ryan Power busting fat lip on stage.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Dude, I sang Holy Diver,
Yeah.
but did the Kill Switch version. So I'm like doing metal screams on stage. Never thought I would see that day.
Did you get pops or no?
Pardon?
Did you get
course.
pops or no?
Got a couple for sure.
Yeah.
Funky
Everybody gets
Winker
pops of Funkies,
Beans.
dude.
Funky Winker Beans is a special place. It's for those that don't know. We're talking about a karaoke bar on Hastings Street West,
Yeah.
I believe.
Not your
West.
standard karaoke bar though.
Is it not West?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's like still West. 14 West Hastings.
It is West Hastings. Yeah.
Judge Reinhold, is it 14?
It is. Yeah.
Is it?
It's 37 West Hastings.
Damn it!
So
It's like
the
right
first
between-
block.
Yeah, I was gonna say right when West
Yeah.
meets East.
Yeah.
Right, very close by the Pint, close to that famous McDonald's where some people share hash browns.
Oh,
But
potatoes lead to shit.
At
baby.
Funky Winks, basically the culture is a bit different because everybody loves to sing there first. So a lot of the people that go will sing. Some people won't, but there's an innate respect amongst the people that are there because you swung and you sang. So if I'm at Funky's, for example, I bump into someone aggressively and I'm like, hey, what the heck, man? Or they're like, hey, what the heck? Then we look at each other. It's like, oh my God, bro, you sang Holy Diver. And they're like, dude, you sang Tenacious D. And it's like, bro, am I buying you a fucking $5 vodka and rum? Like,
Dude,
yes,
yeah.
brother.
Oh, everything about Funkies is so sick. Down to
magical.
that the cheap
So
drinks as
cheap.
well. Oh, it's great.
So cheap.
For me, I don't have a lot of bests in my life. Like, some Powys, who's your favorite soccer player of all time? Oh, I'll tell you The Table. Oh, your favorite song? Oh, at The Table, I've got, like, you know, Sunshine by Patrice. Maybe The Way I Am by Eminem. Maybe fucking No Makeup, Kendrick Lamar. Maybe those are at my freaking table or what have you. Funky Winker Beans is my standalone centerpiece, chandelier, every chair, and the table itself favorite place to go. Simple.
Fair.
Simple. It's my number one. There's
Great
nothing. Someone said, yo, pal, you go anywhere? Fucking bachelor party? Funkies, dude. Like, dude, karaoke is so magical. Performing is, maybe it's a bit of a maybe it's a bit of an ego stroke for Pow.
Dude, nothing wrong with that.
Damn. Got to face that demon and expel it. Dude.
I don't think there's anything wrong with reveling in public applause for your performance, man. I don't think that's a negative thing that you have to purge.
I don't know, Rye.
Well, what's bad about it?
Oh, like...
You go up there and have fun, and people congratulate you while you're having fun. That just seems like a good thing to me. Unless you can find a way that's negatively impacting you, I guess.
Well, I haven't found that as of yet, but I don't want to rely on external validation.
Okay.
To have joy. I guess I have joy singing, for sure.
Sure.
Like, I sing in the fucking shower. I sing on walks by myself. I sing at Funky's. I sing at my own performances. If there's 1 or 0 people in the crowd, sound check, I go off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but it's nice to fucking come off the stage and be like, rah, rah, rah. Because, like, you know, one of the 4 agreements is don't take anything personally. And on one side, it's don't take insults personally because the person's probably just having a fucking bad day.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it's don't take fucking praise personally.
Sure.
Because the person's probably just having a good day. And, like, it doesn't necessarily... And, like, I said that to my one buddy. He says, listen, if Ronaldinho tells you you're good at soccer, you're probably good. Anybody else? Fuck that. You know? I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. That seems like a little... Taking that a little too seriously to me. Because, like, it doesn't... I feel like that situation doesn't have to be that complicated.
There was one time a few years ago, I'd love your feedback on this, Rye, where I was PAing downtown, sitting in my lockup, watching work trucks, writing in my journal, and one of the parents of one of the girls I coach stopped the car and said, Powys, Powys! She called me over to her car, and her daughter had started to coach with me at that point. And she said, oh my gosh, my daughter is just loving coaching with you, man. Like, gets up every Saturday, amped to go do it. It's a great time. Thank you so much for, like, whatever, doing this good stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's great. And then she left, and I felt so good. And I was super dialed with the 4 agreements at this point, even though I felt super good after what she told me. But I chalked it up to I didn't realize the impact I was making at that point. So I guess what goes together is you pump yourself up enough that you don't need anyone to pump you.
Sure.
So, like, I'm saying, like, listen, I get up on Saturdays, I'm, even if I'm hungover, I'll chug coffee and fucking shower before and give my best to go coach and hopefully try to leave a good impact on the people coaching with me and the people I'm coaching, and that makes me proud of myself and that makes me fulfilled. Cool.
Sure.
But she told me something I didn't realize I was having an effect on somebody else. Like, something I didn't even pump myself up for because I didn't even know was happening. So I chalked that up to, like, oh, okay, I can be happy to receive this compliment because I didn't even know.
Okay.
So maybe that's me doing mental gymnastics to, like, feel good when someone tells me something good.
I don't think you're doing anything weird by feeling good when someone tells you something good. Like, sure, I can get behind, right? Like, not relying on that for your self-validation, right? Like, if somebody doesn't tell you you're good, you don't think you're good kind of thing. Sure, that's a bad place to be. But, like, you know, as long as you're in, like, a good shape mentally and existentially, like, if somebody says, hey, man, you did a great job on stage there. Like, what are you just going to be like, no, thanks, I'll tell myself that. Like, no, dude, you're going to take the compliment, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to reject people's compliments of you. It's just as long as that's not the only thing you care about, right? I'd agree on that point.
Yeah, just don't let it inflate your ego.
Sure.
You know, take whatever it is at face value, whatever they're saying. But, you know.
Okay, so how do we translate this? So when I did my first aid course, for example, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a certified I Will Save Your Lifer.
You will.
The day before the exam, I had prepared so much that I thought, like, I'm ready. I am not like I'm a little nervous because I don't know if it's going to be a curveball, but like I've prepared so much. I've been good. I've practiced. I'm ready. I'm good. I'm set. And whatever happens tomorrow, I'm good. So when Buddy told me I passed, I was like, yay. But at the same time, I kind of felt like I'd passed the day before when I was just like doing these practice questions, like what is going to throw me? Nothing can throw me really here because I've just, you know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. I mean,
Do you feel that comparison at all or no?
I guess I think it's a bit of an apples to oranges thing though. Like you prepared, you did the work, and you felt good about that. That's good, right? But like I don't see that. And then you didn't need the prof telling you didn't need that to feel accomplished, right? That's what you're saying. I don't think that's the same thing as like you taking a compliment for just to keep it on the same discussion on like a performance. Somebody compliments your performance. Enjoying that compliment is not the same thing. It doesn't invalidate the work you did or the worth you get for yourself out of it. Right? Like it's just like, I guess if you get to the point where that's the only reason you're doing stuff is to hear a compliment, then sure, yeah, that might be a bit of an issue, right? You're not really getting anything great out of that. But I mean, as long as you're still getting the value out of these things for yourself, then what's the harm in accepting a compliment on top of that, right?
I think that's the key right there, right?
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're not doing it for the praise, like go on stage because you love performing.
And that's why people compliment you in the first place, dude, is because when you're up on stage, you're obviously loving it and putting yourself into it, right? That's what people like to see.
If a compliment comes from it, they want to give you a compliment. Just like, you can take it for what it is, but just don't let it inflate your fucking... I mean, yeah, as long as you aren't going in with the expectation, like, I need to get praise from this.
Sure.
Don't get applause. Like,
so why the thing that scares me is I feel like extra special if someone is to give me that compliment. Like I can look myself in the mirror, come home from soccer, like I'm wiped. I gave my all to training. I gave my all to coaching. I prepared. I practiced. I executed. The people I was coaching were loving it. That's great. And then someone tells me, like, gives me an extra pat on the back at the end. Like, why does that extra, like, should that extra pat make me feel extra good? Shouldn't I already be at max good?
I mean,
what's the issue there?
I don't think anybody in the world exists that doesn't appreciate a little praise.
Right. Yeah. Praise, recognition, all that stuff. Like,
as long as they're not blowing smoke up your ass. I think at the end of the day, if you're trying to achieve, like, true detachment from your ego, then you don't look for praise. But like, are we fully detached from our egos? I don't think so. You know, if you want to live as a monk in the fucking mountains somewhere, then praise doesn't matter to you.
Like for coaching the Wave, I coached the heck out of them and gave my all and was so deeply fulfilled every session. If half the team was there or a third of them, whatever. And then they gave me that little piece of paper at the end, which I fucking 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago, my eyes are fucking bloodshot and red. Dude, I rewatched that pod like, holy fuck, how did someone die? So, long story short, I coached this team all season for first-time listeners, and we have a great bond. And they all did these sheets where they complimented each other, and they gave their coach, myself, a sheet where they complimented me, and I was very moved by this. And it's like, why can't I feel this good without them telling me this? Is it because...
If they hadn't given you the praise, would you still have been happy with the season?
I would have been thrilled with the season.
Then it sounds like it's just a cherry on top of the fucking cake.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's just a little extra.
Yeah. Like, they could have not given you that sheet and you would have been fine and happy with the season. It was just something that was unexpected and you didn't expect it. If you went in and you were like, I'm making them do these sheets because I want to get a sheet back. And then you didn't get a sheet back.
Yeah.
and then we're disappointed, that means you're doing it for all the wrong reasons.
Right.
Right.
You know, you can't go in expecting any praise or validation, but getting it is still nice.
Yeah.
I think if you go into any situation expecting praise or validation, you're not doing it for the right reason.
So it's a cherry. It's a cherry.
That's how I think that's how you should look at it. I mean, at the end of the day, like, getting deep with it, fucking, yeah. I think, like, monks and, like, people who are completely without ego are the ones that don't, like, take praise. They honor that fucking agreement about not taking anything personally to an extreme. To the like, not an extreme, but they take it to, like, they follow it to a T.
I gotta reread that agreement, because I don't think I would be like, yeah, I know I worked hard to facilitate a good experience for you guys, like, right. Duh. You know, I'd still be like, even if I was honoring that agreement to its fullest, like, well, that's great that you fucking had a great experience and that we mesh, my coaching style and your guys' goals were fucking congruent, and that was what made for an exceptional season. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess part of me has always well, not always, but very recently has been grappling with the independence versus appreciating and respecting the community involved in life in general and happiness. Like, not long ago, I thought, like, oh, dude, I'm me. I can get it done. I'm a solo being. Let's go. And it's like, well, no, not really. You have these lifelong friends. You have, you know, groups that you're involved with. TriHards, for example, being perhaps the greatest piece of art I've been involved in. And it's like, you know, there's 20 people involved versus my musical ventures, which have had like under 5 people involved at some points. And yeah, I guess I'm just grappling with relying on others. But I guess it's not relying.
Exactly.
If you're good.
It doesn't sound like you're relying on those things, right? It sounds like, you know, you're getting validation through yourself, and you're trying to compartmentalize that versus the high you get from praise and compliment, right? But I don't know. They can both exist.
Weird.
It sounds like
gotta reread that.
You're reading too many spiritual books that are confusing.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, man. Although, I mean,
you're trying to apply too many principles.
Right, sure.
And it's like, sounds like you got too many ideas floating in your head.
Right, too many rules, maybe.
Yeah.
Shoo.
You know what? The only rule we got here on this podcast is that you come back every week, baby. And
that is a rule.
It's just, it is a rule, and don't worry. We track your IP address. We know if you haven't watched, and you'll be receiving a visit shortly. Yes. So,
are we putting a bow on it or what?
I mean, that's pod endeth of the week, baby.
Pod endeth.
Thank you guys for tolerating my musings.
That's what they come for, dude.
Baby. Reiki's to the universe.
No such thing. Oh yeah,
baby.
That's
check it out, baby. Next week, Ep 7 season finale.
Right, we're almost there.
So close.
Enjoy it, guys.
Yeah,
and fucking text it to a homie if you think it's decent. Support local art.
Like, share, subscribe, all that influencer shit. You know what I'm saying?
I dare you to show someone who might like it. And then you're going to post a pic and wonder, oh, how come no one likes my shit? Well, did you hold it down for your homies? So don't question why your shit fucking fell on its face. When you don't make any communities happen.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Fuck you.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Okay, love you.
Okay, bye guys. Okay, bye guys. Okay, bye guys. Okay, bye guys. Okay, bye guys.